Join Eric King weekdays on WLKY News at 5.
Firm handshake, got to keep good posture. Good job, good job. Well, what he should be doing right here is not allowing technology to get in the way of his friendship.
Stop that fight, break it up.
Resolve the conflict. You got a big guy. You got a big guy. That's a good job. Good job, little guy.
Take up that conflict. That's right. Good job. Come on.
Keep going. Right there. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Hey, chill out. Talk it out. Okay?
Good job. That's how you break it up.
It's game day, baby. Woo!
Got it, baby. Say yeah.
Oh, let's not only blitzing on me hard.
Get this W tonight.
I need 4 quarters from you. For your family. For this town. Good offense now.
Right. Let's go.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report.
And welcome back to our New York studio and the Verizon Halftime Report. Get NFL Mobile to watch live, local, and primetime games, highlights, NFL Red Zone, and more, all without using any data, only on Verizon. I'm James Brown, along with the full house here, Tony, Coach, Bart, and Boomer. To the highlights we go.
All right, Patriots win. They're #1. Dolphins will be #6 in the AFC playoffs. Tom Brady got off to a really hot start. 2 touchdown passes on their first 2 drives. He's 18 of 24, 161 yards, and those 2 touchdowns. But how about Michael Floyd? How about the determination to get into the end zone right there? He scores the touchdown. They are up 20-7. And how about Jarvis Landry right here before the end of the first half? You know, a big play here, takes his helmet off, gets flagged, gives New England great field position. Stephen Gostkowski misses a field goal attempt, but they are up 20-7, and they want that #1 seed badly. They want everybody to have to go through Gillette Stadium.
And in Pittsburgh, the Pittsburgh Steelers rested their offensive starters, but for the Browns, it's about developing momentum going into the second next year. And RG3 in the first half, 16 of 20, 123 yards, 2 touchdown passes. First one to Seth Duvall, and the second one to Gary Barnidge, and they lead 14 to Pittsburgh. Cleveland leads 14-7 at the half.
All right, Texans at the Titans. Houston's already punched their ticket to the playoffs. Tom Savage off back here, hit by Sean Spence. And this get the sack. Daquan Jones recovers it in the end zone for the 7-0 lead at that point for the Tennessee Titans. Watch quarterback Tom Savage on the sneak here. Gets hit. He gets taken out to get checked for a concussion. He is now back in the game. He's cleared concussion protocol. The Tennessee Titans are up 14-0.
What everybody wanted to see is Tony Romo. He came in the beginning of the second quarter, engineered a 6-play, 81-yard drive, culminated by that Terrence Williams 3-yard touchdown pass. He was 3 of 4, 29 yards, and then he was replaced by Mark Sanchez.
Bigger story, Mariah Carey or Tony Romo. Oh, how about this? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers still have hopes to get into the playoffs, but they got to help themselves. First, they got to win, and they're not winning. That's Jonathan Stewart going in from 2 yards out. They lead 7-3 over the Bucs.
NFC playoff picture tonight, Green Bay, Detroit playing for the NFC North title, and the Washington Redskins. If at 4 o'clock they can beat the New York Giants, they will make the playoffs for the 2nd consecutive year.
And in the AFC, New England has a 13-point lead, trying to secure the #1 seed and home field advantage throughout. Kansas City takes on San Diego tonight. Oakland takes on Denver. If Kansas City wins and Oakland loses, Kansas City gets the #2 seed in the first-round bye.
Well documented about the troubles of Tom Brady in Miami, but no trouble in the first half. He has been pinpoint accurate. Here you see Julian Edelman. He's been 19 of 24, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns. This one to Martellus Bennett. The next one to Michael Floyd, the pickup late in the season from Arizona. You see the efforts right there to get into the end zone. Again, they lead 20-7 at the half.
How about this graphic, guys? Take a look at these numbers. 19 and 24. That's pretty darn good. You know, and I think this is an emphatic statement because they lost this game last year, and it cost them the #1 seed. The AFC Championship game had to be played out in Denver. Like I was saying earlier, they want the playoffs to go through Gillette Stadium. I think Pittsburgh will give them a game if in fact they end up playing against each other because of their offense. But right now, this offense looks pretty good and pretty unstoppable.
Yeah, and you look at the defense that they're playing right now, too. That is where you think if Pittsburgh goes into that Gillette Stadium during the playoffs, you know, the defense, the way the New England Patriots are playing right now, is going to be a tough sledding for them to get that job done.
All right, and the Verizon Halftime Report continues after this.
CBS Sports presents the Verizon Halftime Report. Watch live, local, and primetime games on NFL Mobile without using any data. Only on Verizon. Get the Verizon Halftime Report live online every Sunday. Brought to you by Verizon. Visit cbssports.com/Verizon.
A special night on TNT.
This is a day that should be celebrated.
Honoring a remarkable man.
His legacy is unsurpassed. We must continue to do the right and positive thing.
With incredible matchups. NBA on TNT comes together on Martin Luther King Day, live from the King Center.
TV's #1 comedy, The Big Bang Theory. Don't miss a new episode, CBS Thursday.
Patriots Day is one of the top 10 films of the year.
500,000 people watch the Boston Marathon.
We gotta find these guys before they do this to somebody else.
We're tracking reports. He's on his way to New York.
I need backup down here! They messed with the wrong city.
Patriots Day. Rated R.
Watch every live, local, and primetime game on your phone with NFL Mobile. It's the best. And I'm the best. Exclusively on Verizon.
Still to come, the AFC West crown is up for grabs. Some will see the Chiefs at the Chargers. Most will see the Raiders take on the Broncos in our featured matchup.
Both huge games now. The Oakland Raiders have the most to gain and also the most to lose. They win the game, they'll have no worse than the #2 seed. They possibly could get the #1 seed if the Patriots falter at the Dolphins. However, they can fall to the #5 seed if they lose and Kansas City wins in San Diego. It's confusing, but there are a lot of things that are going to happen this afternoon that we can look forward to.
Bottom line, there's still a lot to be playing for, and that is the focal point. With that in mind, the Verizon Halftime Report continues after this.
Catch TV's #1 new comedy, Kevin Can Wait. CBS Monday, 8/7 Central.
They were just, they were like family. I couldn't ask for better help than I did get from Becker Law.
Serious, experienced, results. Call the Becker Law Office. Just dial 3s.
At Thornton's, we believe busy folks like you should be able to get real food from a real kitchen, even when you're on the go. So now we have real kitchens with real cooks making real food right in our stores. Hand-rolled breakfast burritos, freshly made pizza sticks, soft, salty pretzels, a whole menu of delicious food that's good to go and great to eat. Stop in today and see just how good real can taste.
Real kitchen, real food, it's Thornton's.
That must have been some sale, Patty.
Jim just had to have it. We saved hundreds. You?
I had to have this.
Wow.
Love all of this.
It lights up everything.
This holiday season, see your GMC dealer and get something you really want. Celebrate the holidays with the new GMC. Current lessees switch to GMC and get this low-mileage lease on this 2017 Acadia SLE1 for around $299 per month.
See your Kentuckiana GMC dealer.
Studies show that drug Abilify may cause compulsive gambling, but the drug makers failed to warn about this addiction. If you or a loved one took Abilify and then became addicted to gambling, you may be owed money.
Call the Becker Law Office for a free evaluation.
From all of us at WLKY, Happy New Year.
He's bleeding out!
The only way to save him
We need to stop the heart from beating.
is to kill him.
Suspended animation?
Meet Scorpion, Monday.
You love all-day breakfast.
I love all-day breakfast.
But you didn't love that you couldn't get all your favorites all day. But now you love that you can get more all day, like
McGriddles.
So you'll have to find something else to not love, like that itch you can't scratch. Or when people use speakerphone in public.
Seriously, you can't tell us so.
I promise I won't tell anyone.
For real, okay?
Or accidentally watching episode 4 before you've seen episode 3.
When did DeAndre become an alien?
Get more choices you love, now with all-day breakfast.
Halftime winds down here in Indianapolis. Happy New Year from Lucas Oil Stadium. 17-3 Jacksonville in front of the Colts. Let's take a look at the winning play of the first half presented by H&R Block. Bortles the gift to Corey Grant. Biggest highlight play of his brief 2-year career, 57 yards on the touchdown run, by far Jacksonville's longest run of the season. Happy New Year. Nice to have you with us here from Indy. Spiro Ditas and Solomon Wilcox with you. So far, Blake Bortles in this quarterback matchup. Solomon getting the better of Andrew Luck.
Yeah, Blake Bortles came out red hot on the offensive side of the ball, able to lead his team to scores on their first 2 possessions of the game. And I thought he just came out with laser lock focus in terms of his accuracy. Touchdown pass to the talented tight end. They ran the ball very well. Over 130 yards rushing, 173 passing in the first half. And then defensively, they've done a good job against Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts offense, forcing a 3-and-out on their first 4 possessions. Telvin Smith with the interception against Luck, and then a lot of pressure on Luck as well. 2 sacks in the first half of this Jaguars defense against Andrew Luck. So Luck has gotten off to the slow start because he's going up against a really good Jacksonville Jaguars defense. But Blake Bortles has taken advantage of the fact that he is in sync with his receivers. They're running the ball very well in terms of the balance. So we'll see what both quarterbacks have in store for us here in the second half.
Oh, so much to play for, even for a Colts franchise that will miss the playoffs. You know, this is Robert Mathis's final game, announcing his retirement earlier this week. It'll come at season's end as you see some of the numbers with Pat McAfee on the field to get the second half going. Walters standing about 5 yards deep, will take a knee, and the Jags will have it from their own 25. Solomon, what about some adjustments in the second half?
Well, you got to continue to keep Blake Bortles in rhythm. That is, use the run game, have some good balance, play action pass, allow him to take some shots down the field. And then for Indianapolis, you got to protect the franchise, do a better job of protecting their quarterback, Andrew Luck. This Colts offensive line had not allowed a sack in each of their last 2 games. Well, they already given up 2 sacks in the first half against this talented Jaguars defense.
Well, this little resurgence that we've seen from the Jags now for a second straight week began last Sunday in that very impressive victory over Tennessee. This is Grant on their first play from scrimmage to begin the 3rd quarter, a pickup of 6. Tackled on the play by Edwin Jackson. A look at their first half possessions.
Oh, we already told you the Jaguars scored on their first 2 possessions of the game. Did have that costly turnover, but they should have scored on their last 2 possessions of the first half. You see they had the touchdown, then the missed field goal where they had an opportunity to score 3 more points before the half.
Second straight game in which they've scored at least 17 points in the first half, as they have picked up where they have left off. That pass from Bortles was on target, but it's dropped off the hands of Allen Robinson. It'll set up a 3rd and 4 coming up. Coverage on the play by Vontae Davis.
Oh, we talk about keeping the quarterback Blake Bortles in rhythm. You can see Doug Marrone understands they should have had that catch. Creates a 3rd and 4th opportunity. Bortles has been spreading the ball around. It can go to just about any of his talented receivers as he's looking for the best matchup.
Bortles on 3rd and 4. A little crossing route is Robinson. Catch is made. First down, Jacksonville. A pickup of 6 as he continues to work against Davis.
That kind of combination route that we talked about. Watch how he comes underneath right here. See, that little rub is enough to get separation against Vontae Davis. But that combination route where he can slant off another cutting receiver, I think it's the way to get separation. If you're going to attack Vontae Davis, that's the kind of combination route you want.
So Robinson, their leader again in receptions and receiving yards for a 2nd straight year, although not nearly the numbers he had as a Pro Bowl performer last season. That pass underneath over the middle caught by Ben Koyack, the tight end, who had the 14-yard touchdown for our first score of this game back in the 1st quarter. This time a pickup of 8.
I don't know that we've seen Blake Bortles look as comfortable as all season long as what we're seeing right now. I don't know that we've seen this offense look as good as we're seeing right now. They have not been this good. Look, it's 2nd and 2, but take a look at the graphic in terms of what they've done today based on their season average. We already have it roughly over 1/2 of football.
Sidearm delivery from Koyack, and you know, you say what you want. The Colts, a team just kind of playing out the string, will miss the playoffs. But what the Jags did last week, basically ending Tennessee's season, that was a team fighting for its playoff life.
One team had everything to play for, and I guess you could say the Jaguars didn't have anything play for. They had just fired their head coach, Gus Bradley. Doug Marrone steps in the interim. Doug Marrone said, hey, he looked around the room and said, it's all our fault. We all let Gus Bradley down, and we all have to take ownership and begin to do something about it.
Bortles here from the gun on 3rd and 2. Quick throw, incomplete. Once again intended for Robinson as they go almost exclusively in his direction on this drive. That time Davis was there, and the Jags will punt.
Hey, Davis didn't have to do anything. Bortles just, this is a missed throw. Look, it hit him right in the head. He hit the wrong guy. There were two guys over there. Bortles said, I got to throw it to one of them. He was closer to throwing that ball to Davis than he was his intended receiver, Allen Robinson.
One of the few missed throws that Bortles has had today. Norman on the punt. Rare time we've had to call his number, 38 yards, as they pin the Colts inside their own 20.
I'm pumped you guys fly to Belize. What about Cancun or Jamaica? Could I swim with dolphins?
Yes to low fares to faraway places. Oh yeah, that's transparency.
These pizzas are the same, but depending on the day of the week, they aren't the same price. That's not right, so we're fixing it. Now you can carry out large 3-topping Domino's pizzas for $7.99 every day of the week.
Have rules. You're not pushing a patrol car anymore, Dorothy.
This broadcast is copyrighted by NFL Productions for the private use of our audience. Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the consent of NFL Productions is prohibited.
Well, the Indianapolis Colts defensive line, joined by Coach Gary Emanuel, surprised 10 lucky teenage foster kids with presents during a tour of the team's facility. The Colts also gave each child 2 tickets to today's game. What a nice moment and a fantastic community outreach program by the Indianapolis Colts. Spiro Ditas, Salman Wilcox, rest of our CBS crew, our producer Ryan Galvin, Andy Goldberg, our director from Lucas Oil Stadium. Luck hit on the throw. That is caught. What a pass by Luck, standing in the face of pressure, knew the hit was coming, able to find T.Y. Hilton for a pickup of 27.
T.Y. Hilton he's one of those players that's not to be denied. Look, he's able to win on that play against Jalen Ramsey at the line of scrimmage. Nice move, good fake, and a good throw by Luck, even though he's under pressure. Talked about protecting the franchise, can't allow him to continue to get hit. Tyson Alu gets the hit on Andrew Luck.
Third catch for Hilton, the man who began the day the NFL leader in reception yards, trying to hold Odell Beckham Jr. And another little extra gasp. What a run by Gore. Talked about his approaching milestone. Started the day 37 yards away from 1,000. 5-time Pro Bowler, now 5 yards away from getting there once again.
I had never really thought that he'd be denied. I mean, he's just a determined individual. He's a great teammate. He cares about his team. He cares about winning more than he does any record.
This is Gore again, cutting back, and there is the record. 1,000 yards and more inside the Jacksonville 30. He becomes only the 4th player in league history, age 33 or older, to rush for 1,000 yards, in the first since the Hall of Famer John Riggins in 1984.
It's been 32 years since a player his age has put up these kind of numbers you saw there, over 1,000 yards rushing for the season. I think it's a tremendous accomplishment for a guy that he said that in the offseason, that's how he knows he's ready to come back and play. He works out with a bunch of young players, and he says, I can outwork them. That's how I know I'm ready.
We certainly won't doubt him. What a career he has had. Luck again to the airways. That is caught. That is the tight end, Eric Swope, over the middle. It'll be 1st and goal. Colts as Indianapolis in business.
This team has 3 talented tight ends. We've already seen Dwayne Allen, Jack Doyle, who's expected to be an unrestricted free agent, as is Eric Swope. But when Swope could make plays like this, he didn't play a lot of football now. Doesn't have a lot of experience, but he is athletic. He's quick. He's rangy. 6'5", 255. He's got a bright future at that position on this football team.
Pick up 22, 1st and goal from the Jacksonville 7. Run play. This is Turbin cutting back, and he's in for the Indianapolis touchdown.
We talk about it. Sometimes you can't block them all, Spiro. Sometimes the running back just got to make the first defender miss. Take a look right here at Tyson Alu. He's going to come here, and then watch this move at the point of contact. Okay. 1 minute you got him, next minute you don't. That's an incredible move and run by Robert Turbin.
Well, what a signing Turbin turned out to be, giving them a role of running back that they've been looking for here. 3rd down guys, short yardage, 7th rushing touchdown of the season for Turbin, the 5th-year man, as the Colts drive 83 yards and inch to within 7.
This is our workshop. These are our lights. Performance is our tradition. And this is the TLX. Take advantage of some of the best offers of the year at the Acura Seasonal Performance event going on now.
This holiday, visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the TLX. Hurry, this event won't last.
Gonna need one big push. You got one more? Here we go.
Congrats! I hear you're having a baby.
Very good, just breathe. Here we go.
You better start saving for college tuition. And you'll probably need a bigger house at some point. But New York Life can help you manage your family's financial future, so you can relax and enjoy life's special moments. Like this moment. That's what being good at life is all about, right?
Be good at life. New York Life.
This is what I feel like when I wear regular shoes. Cramped and uncomfortable.
Mr. Long, you've been upgraded.
Which is why I wear Skechers wide fit shoes. It's like first class for your feet. Try Skechers wide fit with air-cooled memory foam.
They say the best gifts come from the heart. Nope, they come from the stomach. Give the gift of quality time with an Applebee's gift card and receive a $10 bonus card for yourself. Only at Applebee's.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. New York Life. With the right guidance, everyone can be good at life. And by the All-In Burger from Applebee's.
Week 17 with our just incredible CBS crew. There is Doug Rose, who is with us throughout the season. You saw Carmen Long and Robert Breland. There's Carmen. Just an incredible group of men and women, Salmon, that work so hard each and every week, and we're going to miss them. It's been a fantastic season.
You know, they make it look like we've got a lot more cameras in this building than we really do. That's when you know you're getting your money's worth and then some.
Our audio mixer in the truck, Pat Thornton, who's been with us all year, Victor Victoria, who is always good for a few laughs and one of the best in the business, Phil Barker, Steve Bardo in the tape room, Mike Brown, and Tom Colts. The list is endless. Thank you so much to all of you that do all the hard work and at least try to make us look good each and every week. So 17-10, Jacksonville in front as we play with 10 and change left in this third quarter. Look at Marquise Lee breaking tackles, still on his feet. Able to cross the 30. Marquise Lee Solomon, who has emerged, a guy who was hampered by injuries his first couple of years in the sport. Former second-round pick out of USC, having his finest season as a pro.
Former USC Trojan. I think he's been the most consistent receiver amongst the group here with the Jacksonville Jaguars, and that kind of play as he came behind the line of scrimmage, quick dump, was just enough to kind of keep the quarterback in the offense in the rhythm.
First time that he's completing a 16-game season. Hamstring injuries as well as a number of other knickknacks. That's Corey Grant able to move the chains, a pickup of 4. Again, no Allen Hurns, and even before Hurns went down with injury, Solomon, it was really Lee who had ascended to that number 2 wide receiver position.
Yeah, and I think he may end up staying there. And now you got to see if this Jaguar offense on the road in the final game of the season can answer what Luck just gave you, a 5-play, 83-yard drive to get into the end zone for the first time today. And now let's see if Blake Bortles can answer.
You saw Hurns pacing the sidelines. Little shovel pass. That's Grant. Boy, what a catch on the pitch. Had to reach back for it. So Corey Grant, who is just over the 100-yard rushing mark today. Career day for Grant. Getting a shot today with Ivory and Yeldon on the shelf.
Now pressure is coming from the backside. I didn't know if Bortles kind of lost. He had lost sense of where the defender was, and at the last minute just flips it over to Grant. He's able to avoid the sack, avoid the negative play, and create an opportunity for Grant.
Quarterback pressure on that play by Trent Cole. As Bortles again goes to the little pitch. This is Robinson finding the edge close to another Jacksonville first down. Appears to be just short. A pickup of 7, and it will be third down as we have an injured Colt defender.
He's going to be at that's Ridgeway, struggling to get up. But I was going to say that this Jaguar offense, they are very effective running the football. They had 137 yards at half. I'm already over 150 yards rushing. When Gus Bradley was here, remember when we talked to him, Spiro, he said he wanted to stay committed to the run game. That's why he changed offensive coordinators, went with Nathaniel Hackett. But for some reason under Doug Marrone, this offense, they're more effective running the football over the last 2 weeks. And not that Gus Bradley wasn't trying, it's what he wanted to get done as you take a look at Nathaniel Hackett. But take a look at the season average. But look at what they're doing today. And you had a similar output last week. So a couple of games under Doug Marrone, their ability to run it, not that they weren't trying before, but so much more effective last week and today running the football.
You mentioned Ivory, late scratch with the hamstring injury. They shut TJ Yeldon down earlier this week, placed him on IR with the ankle injury. So Corey Grant, who prior to today had a best day of 27 yards rushing, has been their workhorse. Third and short. They didn't get it. One play to Joe Banyard, trying to find daylight. Good defensive play. Matthias Farley, the rookie safety, was there. And it will be 4th and short. Decision time here for Doug Marrone.
I think you got to go for it. I mean, what are you playing for? You're trying to get better as a football team. You've only been able to win 3 games this season. I think this one is easy, particularly against a defense that has not been able to stop the run. They gave up over 200 yards rushing last week against the Raiders, already over 150 yards allowed this week.
Extra lineman is in, Josh Wells, third-year tackle out of James Madison.
Wow, they're going to kind of bluff their way to 1 yard.
Well, that will not make Jacksonville fans very happy, as Marrone will play it safe here. They'll take the penalty and send out the punter.
And here's the deal. They've been effective running the football today. We've already talked about that.
Offense. It's 5-yard penalty. Still 4th down.
Now, Solomon, I'm with you. That's a bit of a head scratcher.
Yeah, go for it. I think you got. And this is a run defense that's been gashed 1 week ago. You've been able to gash them today for a 57-yarder by Corey Grant. I think you've seen enough to know that your offensive line can move some of the defenders on this front by the Indianapolis Colts defense.
So Brad Nortman on to punt as he awaits the snap inside his own 30. Good-looking punt by Nortman. And a fair catch signaled on the play by Chester Rogers. 48 yards on the punt. Indianapolis and its defense finally able to make a stop.
It's that time of year again, when you realize you still didn't get quite what you wanted. That's why Verizon has the best deals of the year on the best network. Like a Samsung Galaxy S7 and Tab S2 for only $17 per month. And as if you needed another reason, switch to Verizon now and get up to $650 to cover your costs. Hurry in and get these deals on New Year's Day only. There's still time to get exactly what you want at Verizon.
Not everyone speaks Sriracha.
Sriracha.
But when a fan says
Sriracha,
they want a Sriracha chicken sandwich with Sriracha Jack cheese, Sriracha infused aioli, and a Sriracha bun. Wendy's spicy Sriracha chicken sandwich for a limited time.
It's in the heartbeat, it's in the real thing. You can't make it up. It's in your soul deep. It's in the stars, the stripes, this dirt on my feet. The well of my
Not everyone can be an all-pro like Jason Witten, but anyone could save money with Geico.
There's an ocean filled with creatures whose...
Daddy, how big is a blue whale?
Okay, Google, how big is a blue whale?
Blue whale typically has a weight of 300,000 pounds.
An ocean filled with creatures
Oh, this is where Mom does a big whale noise.
Whale noise? Okay, Google, what noise does a whale make? All right, let's keep going. An ocean filled with...
Do whales sleep?
Okay, Google, do whales sleep?
Criminal Minds. New episode, CBS Wednesday, 9/8 Central.
10 unanswered points by the Colts. And right now within a touchdown as they take over inside their own 15-yard line. 17-10 with under 7 minutes left in this third quarter. Play action from Luck. He's going to throw it. Far side and a crossing route finds Dorsett. Out past the 30, forced out of bounds. A pickup of 20 and another first down. If you've just joined us, Frank Gore becoming only the 4th player in history, age 33 or older, to rush for 1,000 yards in the first since John Riggins saw him in '84. The 3 previous guys to do it, all Hall of Famers.
How about this? Riggins did it twice. And remember, he was with the Jets, had walked away from football, was wearing that mohawk, the Fu Manchu, somewhere playing softball in one of the boroughs in New York. They convinced him to play in our nation's capital, and he ends up rushing for over 1,000 yards twice after turning 33 years old.
There's Gore again, and you know, you're right, it's a great point on Riggins. It stepped away, came back with kind of fresh legs.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Gore. He hasn't missed the game. Solomon in 6 years, as durable as a running back as there's been, and when you consider the physical way he plays, it's just incredible.
Look at the consistency. 8th most in terms of rushing yards in NFL history, 10th most rushing attempts in NFL history, then 9 seasons with over 1,000 yards. The consistency, the durability, the toughness, he's one of the best you've ever seen. I think he's going to have a place in Kent.
Luck goes underneath for the screen pass. This is Gore breaking tackles, crosses the 40. Football came loose, but appeared to be down by contact. So pickup of 7 and a Colts first down. We send you to New York, JB and Boomer.
Brady. JB, I always told Solomon Wilcots, watch when you blitz, you got to disguise it. They don't disguise it in Miami. Michael Floyd lays out Tony Lippett right there in a peel-back block. Julian Edelman goes 77 yards. They answer the Miami Dolphin touchdown in the previous series. They lead 27-14 over the Dolphins.
True or false, Solomon?
Oh, definitely true. You know Boomer knows everything.
Well, we hope Tony Lippett is okay. What a smashing hit on the block by Michael Floyd. So 17-10 after the first down. Luck again to the airways. That pass intended for Hilton is incomplete. Coverage on the play by Jalen Ramsey, and that has been a fun matchup today. T.Y. Hilton trying to hold his NFL lead in receiving yards against Jalen Ramsey.
You know, we were just talking to Boomer Esiason. I remember in '88, Boomer was the league MVP. He was one of the best play-action pass quarterbacks that this league has ever seen. He was like a magician. He could hide it. We just saw that with Andrew Luck, the ability to be able to bait the defense toward the line of scrimmage and get a receiver down the field in that play action. The quarterback's got to be able to carry it out as a great actor.
A lot of the younger generation of NFL fans forget that Boomer, former NFL MVP, a couple of great seasons he had, and now, boy, T.Y. Hilton looks like he is in pain. Looked to be initially clutching his knee. A pickup of 11 and a Colts first down, but all the concern now on Hilton's leg.
Yeah, he goes down right there. I don't know how it's holding that left knee. Only hope that he's okay. 73 yards receiving so far in the game.
Hello, Mr. Ortiz. Do you have a tax question?
Yeah, I'm teaching tennis on the side now.
Oh, that's nice.
But I'm going through a lot of balls. Can I deduct them?
In your case, yes. You can enter your expenses right here.
Oh, cool.
Hey, David. How are you?
Are you ready for your lesson?
I am.
Just like that.
Oh, okay.
This is our workshop. And this is our tradition. These are our lights. And this is our season of performance. Take advantage of some of the best offers of the year at the Acura Season of Performance event going on now.
This holiday, visit your local Acura dealer for attractive offers on the RDX. Hurry, this event won't last.
This R2 unit must be delivered safely to the rebellion.
Duracell and Children's Miracle Network hospitals are powering imaginations everywhere. Now playing.
Watch Code Black. New CBS Wednesday, 10/9 Central.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Amazon Prime. Get free 2-day shipping on millions of items. And by Duracell. The ones you trust are always there.
Now the good news for the Colts, T.Y. Hilton able to walk off. He initially clutched his leg, but I don't believe it was the leg injury. They're kind of looking in the face area. He may have taken a finger within that face mask as they look at him on the sideline. Luck throwing on the run. Penalty marker comes in a little beyond the line of scrimmage. Quarterback pressure by Dan Scuda.
Holding. Defense, number 44. The 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Miles Jack, the rookie, on the penalty. So, we mentioned Hilton beginning the day 30 yards in front of Odell Beckham Jr. for the league lead, and this is where he sits at the moment. Antonio Brown, who is in 4th place today, saw him an inactive.
Yeah, Hilton right now has a 103-yard cushion on Odell Beckham Jr., who you said plays later today. So he's got a milestone that he's chasing, trying to become that first Colts receiver to lead the league in receiving since Reggie Wayne did it in 2007.
Julio Jones and Atlanta also in action later in a home game against the Saints. On 1st and 10, Luck pump fakes, going to tuck it away, running himself inside the 35. Luck still going. Will run out of bounds just short of the Jacksonville 20. There is a marker thrown along the far side of the field, right in front of the Jacksonville bench. A pickup of 18 yards if it stands.
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask. Offense, number 80. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot, and we'll replay first down.
Oh, that's the wide receiver, Chester Rogers, the undrafted rookie out of Grambling State. So that'll negate a pretty nifty 18-yard run by Luck.
There was no reason to do it. If he grabbed someone's face mask, it was an attempted pass play. He was against man coverage, and Luck takes off running. If you're the receiver, why would you grab someone's face mask? Wiped out what was a huge gain on the play by Andrew Luck.
The Colts 43-yard Saw first penalty against the Colts. on the afternoon, but it is costly. Rodgers getting some extra snaps. I told you no Dante Moncrief for the Colts today. His season ending with a shoulder injury. Luck back to the air, incomplete. Looking in the direction of Rodgers. Can't play better coverage than that. Prince Amukamara, free agent signing from the Giants, on the coverage.
Good coverage. This is what they do. Remember how the Seattle Seahawks, look at Prince Amukamara, he had that hand right in the collar of Rodgers, was able to stay tight, get his head around finding the football, but it's kind of that same technique and coverage that Gus Bradley brought from the Seattle Seahawks. You see, they perfected it here. That's why they're so good at defending the pass, where they rank 3rd best in the NFL.
They didn't teach you that at Cincinnati, did they?
Oh, no, they taught us that. Oh, yeah, we did it. We just don't admit to it.
Luck is going to flush out of the pocket. Once again, it will run inside Jacksonville territory. Luck showing good escapability on this drive. It'll be a 3rd down coming up. A little scamper of a dozen for Luck. And 3rd and 13 coming up.
You know, us defensive backs, we always used to have this saying that the hand is quicker than the arm. If you could grab and hold and then let go real quick, the officials, they don't tend to see those. It's when you grab and hold on forever. That's when you tend to get that penalty flag. But, you know, receivers got to practice some of the same things. It's just called the game within the game between defensive backs and receivers. Someone's always trying to gain the advantage.
Little subtleties of playing NFL defense. And back in that time by Amukamara. So 3rd and 13. Colts need the 32 to move the chains. That pass a little bit low. What a catch. Rodgers with the comeback. He is about a yard short, at least to the naked eye here. They need the 32. The officials have spotted it right around the, let's say, 32.5-yard line.
And they're going to have to figure out if they're going to go for it, because this is going to be short. They're going to have to figure out if they're going to go for it or kick a field goal here. Rodgers had to come back to that ball, and that's why he's just going to be just shy about a yard, maybe half a yard. And they've got to figure out, Chuck Pagano, do we go ahead and go for it here? I'd like to see him go for it, to be honest with you.
From right here, Solomon, it would be a 50-yard attempt.
That's a lot for our guy Vinatieri. I think they're going to go for it.
Vinatieri has missed from 48 earlier. Has hit from 45. As Andrew Luck and the offense, Solomon, will stay onto the field. And at least for the moment, will apparently roll the dice.
And none of that faking, try to get him to jump off sides. Make a play. Don't expect them to give you a play.
Luck under center. They're going to go for it. Need the 32. It is Turbin. Getting his 225-pound frame in motion. 3 yards. And Pagano's gamble pays off.
Look at the patience by Turbin. He just didn't go lunging in there. He's looking for a crease. Trying to get skinny. And then he's able to kind of lean forward. Devon House got into the secondary. I mean, got into the backfield, excuse me. But Turbin was still able to power and fall forward for the first down.
And Turbin, one of these upcoming unrestricted free agents that they'll have to make a decision on. But again, what a signing he turned out to be by Ryan Grigson. 10th play of the drive that began at their own 11-yard line. As once again, Solomon, this Colts offense, for the issues that they've struggled in, this has been an area they've been good at. Touchdown scoring drives that have begun deep on their side of the field.
Yeah, I don't think, Ryan Grigson has got enough credit for the offensive line that he's built. They committed. They knew in the offseason they needed to get better. They drafted 4 offensive linemen. Raven Clark, Joe Haig, Ryan Kelly, Austin Blythe. These young players have developed. I think they've gotten better as the season goes on. I think they can really be good as they grow on this football team.
This is Gore. This little cutback maneuver. Amukamara and Posluszny on the coverage, but not before they pick up another first down. You mentioned Ryan Kelly, the 18th overall pick. He has been as good and as steady a rookie offensive lineman, Solomon, as there's been in the NFL.
And Joe Haig, he started at 3 different positions on this offensive line. It's the first time an offensive lineman has done that since 1998. I mean, it's just incredible, and I don't know that we've given them enough credit. I know they've been much maligned, but they deserve a lot of credit.
Football comes loose on the play. It was actually a 3rd and short. So the first down was not picked up. So third and short play there. Posluszny was right in the thick of it for Jacksonville. Flags flying from multiple directions.
Flags down on the Jaguar side. Let's see what they call.
A run play to Turbin on the play. Now Clete Blakeman and his officiating mates trying to sort through the confusion. It was Posluszny who made that initial contact. Guy who has been the defensive heart and soul of the Jaguars since 2011.
And this is when this offensive line, they're young. So teams want to give them a lot of stunts, a lot of blitz pressures based on disguises.
12 men on defense during the play. It's a 5-yard penalty, and the yardage is enough for a first down.
And I'm sure the coach is saying that's why they made the play. you got more guys than we can block. And yeah, that, you know, you're going to be able to stop it, stuff it, create a turnover.
Can't read lips, but Doug Marrone looks to be none too pleased.
Yeah, let's see. I don't see. I don't see the 12th guy. Maybe he didn't get off in time before they snapped the ball.
Penalty nonetheless. Frustrated fans. End zone. It is caught. Dwayne Allen for the Colts touchdown. And Indianapolis on the verge of tying this game.
Now this Dwayne Allen, you know, he's just really good. He has been since his rookie season. He gets hurt, then he comes back. You're going to see him outside here. Watch him start out and then come back in late. And that's why Tashawn Gibson, that center field safety 39, leans the other way. He thought that Dwayne Allen was going toward the corner, but he turns back in. Great timing on the throw from Andrew Luck. Try to get this game tied up.
6th touchdown catch of the season for Allen, 19th of his career. Andrew Luck with that connection, passing Matt Ryan for the 3rd most passing yards by a quarterback in his first 5 NFL seasons. More importantly for the Colts, back from 17 down to tie it up on CBS.
And we're going into overtime.
Sam's Choice Stuffed Crust Pepperoni Pizza. Stuffed with 3 cheeses, $5.98. Save money, live better, Walmart.
Yes.
You should watch 90 Day Fiancé.
So good.
Happy endings?
What? Have you seen it?
You want to watch The Affair?
No. Search for UFC fights.
Watch what you want on the Fire TV stick now with Alexa voice remote.
Gray skies are gonna clear up. Put on a happy face. Brush off the clouds and cheer up. Put on a happy face.
Get revved up for the new year. Monday comedies are back with new moves. New temptations.
Let me give you one smoldering look.
New sights.
I am sensing a disturbance in my hair.
And new sounds. It's all new CBS Monday, 8/7 Central.
Well, Jacksonville has been in a lot of close games this season despite the 3-12 record, and some of them have not fared very well.
Yeah, 8 losses by 8 points or less this season, second most in the NFL. And then the Colts are 31-13 in games decided by 8 points or fewer. And that's the best in the NFL since Andrew Luck has come to town.
4-4 in such games this season are the Colts. This is Walters playing, and he takes a vicious shot. Josh McNary And Walters never saw him coming.
Wow. So you say you're not going to the playoffs and there's nothing to play for. You'll tell that to Josh McNair and tell it to Brian Walters. Take a look and listen. Oh, no, that's for real. You'll feel that deep into the offseason, Spiro. It'll be a month after the season's over. You're sitting on your couch. You try to get up and you say, oh, what was that?
There was nothing meaningless about that shot from Josh McNair. As Walters trying to gather himself here. 1st and 10. Could be the final play of the quarter. Bortles' pass is caught. That's Marquise Lee spinning his way across the 40. Antonio Morrison on the stop. 22 yards and a first down for the Jags when we begin the 4th.
Miles from hell.
He's bleeding out.
The only way to save him.
We need to stop the heart from beating.
Is to kill him.
Suspended animation?
Nick Scorpion, Monday.
Happy New Year from The Late Show. Steven's got James Franco Monday and Tuesday Oprah.
Halftime means time for a refill. Liquor Barn has the best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. Nobody beats Liquor Barn.
Newness. It can be really exciting, or sometimes a little scary. However, you shouldn't worry. We have plenty of experience making introductions. The name you've always trusted for your children's healthcare needs is now Norton Children's. Whether your children need their yearly checkups or their first surgeries, we're still the name you trust for the best pediatric care. Norton Children's. Every age, every stage, every step of the way.
Says it won't let up for a while.
The Cadillac XT5.
What should we do?
Tailored to you.
Wait it out.
Equipped with Apple CarPlay compatibility. Now during season's best, get this low mileage lease on this Cadillac XT5 from around $429 per month. Visit Courtesy Cadillac or Brown Brothers Cadillac.
Liquor Barn, Kentucky's hometown liquor store for all your wine, spirits, and beer. Shop Kentucky's largest bourbon selection and choose from over 1,000 great beers. Liquor Barn has the best selection and the lowest prices guaranteed. Nobody beats Liquor Barn.
From all of us at WLKY, Happy New Year.
Well, this has been Andrew Luck's time. Most passing touchdowns in the 4th quarter since 2015, the beginning of last season. Some pretty good company on that list.
Blake Bortles' time as well.
Bortles, plenty of late game success, as Simon has mentioned. Has just gotten better as games have gone on. That pass incomplete, but flags fly towards the Indianapolis side of the field. Pass was intended for Allen Robinson. Closest Colts
contact, defense,
or Jag,
number 21. It's a 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's on Vontae Davis, who's had himself a pretty good game.
Working against Allen Robinson right there. See, he's beyond 5 yards down the field. See that hold right there as he's coming out of the break, and that's what Bortles was anticipating. Robinson coming across the field, but his path was disrupted by Vontae Davis.
1st and 10 after the penalty. Quick strike. This is Robinson inside Colts territory. Very close to another Jacksonville first down. Good block in front of him by Brian Walters on the play. It's a pickup of 7. Sunday, January the 22nd, 18 people will go on the run from a team of expert hunters. CBS presents the real-life thriller, Hunted. Premieres Sunday, January the 22nd after the AFC Championship game. Only CBS. Great to have you with us. Happy New Year from Indianapolis. Spiro Dita, and Wilcots. You see the passing yards by quarter between Bortles and Luck. Run play to Grant. Good-looking tackle from the back. Edwin Jackson making another start in that spot vacated by DeQuell Jackson, who of course was suspended a couple of weeks ago, missing the final 4 games of the season. Huge loss, Solomon, for this Colts defense.
Oh, absolutely, and this defense has not done a good job of tackling, not done a good job for the Colts in terms of their run defense. Already 160 rushing yards allowed. So they've got to do a better job buttoning that up and defend and make plays down the stretch.
If you just joined us, Jacksonville jumped out to a 17-0 lead. So we are tied in a brand new football game here early in the fourth. This is Grant again. Tackled on the play by Eric Walden, who for a lot of people here in Indy has been the Colts defensive MVP, career high with 11 sacks. And another guy in a contract year who'll be an unrestricted free agent at season's end.
Yeah, 31 years old. And Robert Mathis expected to be an unrestricted free agent, set to retire. Trent Cole, 30+ years of age, also expected to be an unrestricted free agent at the end of the regular season.
Big decisions that Colts have to make. This is Walters inside the Colts 30. Good-looking drive continues for the Jags. Another first down, a pickup of a dozen. Eventually tackled by the rookie 4th-round pick out of Florida, Antonio Morrison.
Yeah, they're going to have to rely on the rookie Antonio Morrison. He's got to improve his open field tackling, but you can see that when he arrives with a purpose.
See Walters' numbers today as they keep it on the ground here to Grant. Trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. A pickup of a couple. Tackled on the play by David Parry. We mentioned the injuries that the Colts have had to deal with defensively. No Darius Butler, no Rashawn Melvin. 2 guys in their secondary. It's kind of a patchwork group finishing out the string here in week 17.
Yeah, they really miss Darius Butler. He's so versatile. He can play safety, nickel. He can play the corner position. Hurt himself tackling one of the runners last week against Oakland and out of today's game.
Bortles on 2nd and 8. Finding lead, and the football comes loose. What's the call here? They'll say incomplete. They'll call it a bang-bang play. Incompletion. They say that Lee never had control of the football. It's catch, feet, and time. That's what Dean Blandino, the official head, always say. Incomplete.
Catch, feet, and time. What does that time mean? Time to protect yourself. And then, of course, he was going to the ground, so he's got to be able to control that catch as he's making the fall to the ground. And he never made it. That ball was coming out before he hit. So that's going to be an incompleted pass. No sense of even looking at that again.
Fans looking at the replay groaning. Felt like it was a little bit closer, but play resumes nonetheless. 3rd and 8. Football comes loose. Bortles going down, and it's Indianapolis football. Robert Mathis on the recovery.
Robert Mathis making a play in what is expected to be the final game of his 14-year career. He comes on the stunt. He gets the strip, and he gets the recovery of the fumble. Robert Mathis to the rescue.
If you're gonna make an entrance,
I'm gonna fight you.
I'm sorry, what? This school is filled with lunatic teachers. Wait, you're not doing meth again, right?
Yeah, just a little bit.
You're the guidance counselor.
Yeah.
You ratted on me.
He did it.
Now you got to pay the price.
911, what's your emergency? There's a crazy guy at my high school. Beat me up. If you have a problem with a bully, I need you to speak to a teacher. I am a teacher.
Fist fight. Rated R.
Let's get to the business of finding a champion.
We got a lot of playoff football.
From wild card to Super Bowl, we've got you covered 24/7 with Hall of Fame analysis and exclusive access.
Let's go get this win.
All week long. Nobody does wild card week like NFL Network.
You are watching the NFL on CBS.
Oh, what a moment for Robert Mathis. As, of course, he announced earlier this week that this will indeed be the final game of his incredible NFL career. 41st career strip sack to get Luck and company the football back. as he extends his own NFL record. And Salmon will miss seeing him coming around the corner. This was his first ever career strip sack, September 14th, 03 against the late Steve McNair. And then in Peyton Manning's return game in 2013, huge defensive play.
Yeah, that one is the sack heard around the world. Talked about that one all week, and then this one today. His 41st career strip sack, 123rd career sack. And look, he's going to keep that one and hand it over to a loved one.
That'll have a nice little place on his trophy mantle. And you know, what a career it's been. Forever the underdog. 5th round pick out of a small school, Alabama A&M. Always played with that chip on his shoulder. And what a moment. A guy as respected as there is in that Colts locker room.
Yeah, Chuck Pagano talked about him, said he's a team first, self second kind of guy. He said he wasn't even under contract when Pagano arrived here in 2012. They sat down, told him the kind of scheme they were going to be running, quite different than the 4-3 scheme they ran under Tony Dungy. But he bought in and has become an impact player, or at least remained one.
Great defensive play by Puzlesny. That pass intended for Doyle. Well, this was a day that didn't start well for this Colts defense, but Mathis with the big play, and the emotions were overflowing for him right at the start.
Yeah, and you can see everyone here wanted to honor him, knowing it would be his last game to culminate what has been 14 years of stellar play and huge underdog success. This is a guy that has worked tirelessly after being a 5th round pick from a small school. They said he was too small to play that defensive end position in the NFL, and all he's done is prove everyone wrong.
Luck on 3rd and 9. That pass is caught. Hilton inside the Jacksonville 45, close to the 43, and that is enough for an Indianapolis first down, a pickup of 9.
All these milestones being had by Robert Mathis and Frank Gore. T.Y. Hilton's chasing his own, but his work is cut out for him. He's going up against one of the best young corners this game has seen in Jalen Ramsey, but he's starting to make his plays. That's the 6th catch by T.Y. Hilton on the day. He's 5 yards shy of 100 yards receiving. Incredible.
Inside of 10 minutes, 1st and 10. Luck once again will run with it. There's a flag thrown right around the line of scrimmage. Could be a hold coming back as Luck finds his way inside the 40.
Offense, number 72. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
That's the starting left guard, Jonathan Harrison, who was lauded by Chuck Pagano this week for fighting through injuries and playing very well of late.
Yeah, Harrison's area is right there. It's a nice little takedown against Malik Jackson.
So only the 3rd Indianapolis penalty today, 1st and 20 as a result, as they will mark it back at the Indy 42.
Again.
This is Luck. Feels the initial pressure, steps away, finds Turbin. Definitely done by Luck, as Turbin takes on some hard hits inside the Jacksonville side of the field to pick up a 4. Good quarterback pressure on the play by Avery Jones.
Every time I watch Dante Fowler Jr., just like, wow, what a dynamic player. He's, you know, he tackles hard. He finishes off plays. 6'3", 260, but he moves well, and just always see how physical he is. He's just the kind of player that you can really build a really good defense with. He nearly knocked the ball away from Robert Turbin on that.
There's a guy who just seems to like the contact. This is Luck, 2nd and 16. Fires ball side of the field. It's caught. Chester Rogers on a comebacker. First down and more for the Colts. Working against Prince Amukamara to pick up of 21.
Oh yeah, Rogers just keeps working. Watch how far down the field he goes, and then watch how far he comes back to that sideline. Way over on the other side, opposite from Andrew Luck. Now look at this throw from Luck. He just laces one there and able to drive it clear to the other side of the field for Rogers to come back to it and make a play. 18 completions, 7 different receivers.
Rogers, who began the day with only 15 catches on the season and 54 yards receiving. As we hit the 8-minute mark now in this fourth quarter, and Luck, who was very ragged, looked to be struggling Solomon early in this game, has figured some things out and has looked like a different quarterback.
That's what I love about Andrew Luck. He still is a young quarterback in his 6th season, but he gets better. I mean, he's the kind of guy that if there are some struggles early, he doesn't lose confidence. He never is shaken in a game, no matter how much he's hit, hurried, or harassed. He continues to just stay with it, and the team kind of rallies around him, and he finds himself in this situation where he can get the come from behind win.
Luck fumbles the snap. Who's got it here? Jacksonville says it's their ball, and it is. A muffed snap between Kelly and Luck. Second Indianapolis turnover. It's Senderick Marks able to make the recovery. So disaster for Indy's offense. Jacksonville gets it back in a tie game.
You might not ever just stand there looking at it. I mean, you may never even sit in the back seat. That'd be a shame.
You don't have to pay a lot to get a lot. At Cricket Wireless, plans now start at $30 a month, monthly taxes and fees included. And we have more 4G LTE coverage than T-Mobile or Sprint. Cricket Wireless, something to smile about.
Amazing things can happen during the playoffs. See, we told you so. Get 2 large 2-topping Papa John's pizzas for $8 each. And try our new stuffed cheese sticks for just $5 each.
Papa John's, the official pizza sponsor of Super Bowl 51.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Cricket Wireless. Something to smile about. Papa John's, official pizza sponsor of the NFL. And by the Lincoln Motor Company.
Well, who says you can't have a little fun while you're hard at work? Those guys can fix anything, can't they?
They certainly can.
More fantastic crew. Annette Torgeson, Jean-Marie Martin, Mark Schaefer, Mark Altman, Brian Raines, and Tom Brunt. Of course, the very handsome Scott Martin, who you saw in the truck, Ryan Pavlicek. Special thanks to our fantastic CBS crew. Run play call. That's Bortles calling his own number. Able to trip his way close. Saw him into the 35-yard line. So after another Indy turnover between that muffed snap, which, by the way, appeared to be on Andrew Luck, Bortles has it again.
Yeah, I thought he could have hung in there. You got to make sure you take the ball away from your center. Now, Kelly's going to get it in there. Now he's got to take it. He started to pull out before he secured the football. And I think Andrew Luck will tell you that one's on him.
Bortles from the shotgun on 2nd and 7. Turns, quick strike, finding Lee near side. Maneuvers across the 40 for a Jacksonville first down, a pickup of 9. To New York, JB and Boomer.
New England creates a turnover, and Damian Williams fumbled the ball. They return it all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Tom Brady, LeGarrette Blount take it in from there. That's LeGarrette Blount's 18th rushing touchdown of the season. 2-point conversion was good. They now lead 35-14 and look to have the #1 seed locked up in the AFC.
Spiro and Solomon.
That'll be a very tough team to contend with, as they will have home field advantage. Solomon throughout the postseason, as Bill Belichick and Tom Brady again gearing up for what they hope will be another deep postseason run.
All I have to say, when you see the Patriots get home field advantage throughout the playoffs, because who's going to go into Gillette Stadium and beat them? I thought the Raiders had a good shot as long as there was a healthy Derek Carr. Maybe Kansas City, I just don't know that they have enough firepower to be able to go in and do that. Pittsburgh, maybe. What do you think? I mean, their secondary is their Achilles heel. I'm just not so sure.
The Steelers certainly have the offensive firepower, but you're right, their defense is the question. So it's going to be a fun AFC postseason picture. As Bortles' pass falls incomplete, it'll be 3rd and 6 coming up. So here's what the AFC postseason picture looks like at the moment as the Patriots close in on that top seed in the AFC.
Yeah, and I don't know that Houston and Miami, I mean, Miami's taking one on the chin at home. How they're going to go to Gillette and get that done. And I'm not so sure Houston has enough to get it done with what's going on at the quarterback position.
And by the way, Tom Savage lost in that game for the Texans with a concussion. So Brock Osweiler, who lost his job just recently, back into the fold. This is Bortles on 3rd and 6, escaping disaster and completes on the run. Allen Robinson with the first down catch. What a play by Bortles, evading the sack. A pickup of 11.
And this is maybe where Bortles really has to prove himself in the 4th quarter. Tied game on the road against a divisional opponent. Pressure's on, climbing the pocket with vision down the field, and to nail that one on 3rd down to Allen Robinson. This is a gutsy, heady play. People who say Blake Bortles can't play, eat your heart out.
Bortles following up his best game of the season last week with another fine performance. This is Grant walking a tightrope on the sideline, flag thrown at around the 39. A pickup of 8, but we'll see if this one's coming back.
Looking for a holding. I mean, officials are gathering.
Holding. Offense, number 48. It's a 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. We'll replay first down.
That's the rookie tight end Alex Ellis, whom they signed off their practice squad earlier this season. 4th holding call, Solomon, against the Jags today.
Yeah, you know, you just got to understand the situation. There he is right there. See him. There's a hold right at the end. I don't know. I thought he had his hands inside working against Trent Cole. I'm not so sure. Thought the kid was giving it a real good try.
So that negates a good run by Grant. And now 1st and 20 after the penalty, just inside midfield. Goes to the air, and it is caught. That's Robinson again over the 70-yard mark now on the day. A little slant against Vontae Davis, a pickup of 15.
Yeah, that deep 6 in breaking route. If you don't have a linebacker in the hold, if you're Vontae Davis helping you on those in, see, he's looking around like, where are you guys? Because that's one of the toughest routes to cover as a cornerback with outside leverage. That receiver is going to run down in there. It's an easier throw for the quarterback. Tough to defend.
Luck looking on after that box snap, hoping his defense can hold. This is Grant. Good defensive play is T.Y. McGill getting him around the ankles. McGill left this game earlier with an AC sprain in his shoulder. His return was questionable, but he's back, trying to grit his way through their final game of the season.
He's a good young player in his 2nd season out of North Carolina, T.Y. McGill. Now in this 3rd and 5 play, let's see what Blake Bortles has. He may have to make a play with his legs, but Robinson is starting to get loose and make some plays for his quarterback.
It would be around a 53-yard field goal attempt from right here. 3rd and 5. Bortles looking, throwing, incomplete. Off the hands of Robinson. It'll be 4th down coming up.
Good defense by Vontae Davis. I thought Bortles, this throw sails a little bit high. Watch as he's climbing the pocket. At the last minute, he pulls the trigger. See, that's just high, outside the reach. If you get that ball a little bit lower, Robinson's going to catch it. He has the inside leverage on Vontae Davis. Ball just thrown too high by Blake Bortles.
So here's Myers. It'll be officially a 54-yard attempt. Last week hit 2 field goals from 50-plus, including one from 56. Good spot, good hold, but the kick is not even close. And we are still tied at 17.
Order envy. When you want what you have and what they have, you can stop staring The answer to order envy is here. Introducing the new $1 Double Stack Tacos. Spicy sweet, nacho crunch, and cool habanero. It has everything you got with everything they got. $1 Double Stack Tacos. 2 flavors stacked together in one taco.
So you're up at dawn, kid, look alive. You've been saving for a big man cave. Good luck with that, Dave. You made the most of your retirement plan, so you better learn to drive that RV, man. So many things you're doing in your life. Nationwide is on your side.
Okay, let me explain. This is your tax return.
Okay.
Now, there are many right ways to fill out this tax return. The IRS will accept them all. One of them gets you the most money back. Isn't that the one you want?
That's the one I want.
That's the one you want.
You touched all these.
Don't just get your taxes done, Amy. Get your taxes in one.
We're looking at 2 hostage takers, 14 hostages.
How many cases you negotiated?
Thousands.
You pay, or we kill him.
What do we do now? Get your son back.
Well, the unforgiving world of being an NFL kicker. Jason Myers just 1 week removed from a terrific outing last week against the Titans. Couple of 50-yard kicks. Misses here from 54. Now making it even worse, Solomon. Give Luck a short field. On 1st and 10, he is buried again. It's Yannick Ngakoue and Malik Jackson, I beg your pardon, getting there first.
Malik Jackson, he is one of the pillars to this defense. And take a look at him in a hurry. Comes through against Joe Haig, and that's where you could see the confusion of these young offensive linemen. If you give them some kind of stunt, some kind of twist with those defensive linemen against this young group, miscommunication, poor anticipation, spells bad news for the quarterback, Andrew Luck.
Jackson approaching his career high in sacks, now 5.5 on the season. His career best is 6. After the play, that pass from Luck intended for Rodgers, trying to make a nifty diving catch, incomplete. Now it'll be 3rd and 17.
Josh Johnson, these young corners, they compete. I mean, they play hard. Jalen Ramsey, Johnson there, they play hard. I love this defense. I'm going to be expecting big things from this group in 2017.
We've had 4 turnovers in this game, by the way. 0 points scored off of them between both of these teams. Both teams with timeouts left. Also the 2-minute warning upcoming with 2:40 remaining. Luck on 3rd and 17. Pocket collapses and he is buried yet again. Malik Jackson and Ngakoue meeting at the quarterback. 4th sack of Luck today. It's a loss of 7.
Ngakoue, that rookie you talked about, 3rd round pick out of Maryland. Malik Jackson, and they run a stunt. I mean, they run a twist where one comes underneath in the inside, one comes around from the outside. This offensive line with 3 rookies on the starting group can't handle it.
Jackson fired up on that Jacksonville sideline. As we reach the 2-minute warning, tied at 17 on CBS.
Since the dawn of time, steak has been the unquestionable master of the menu. So to perfect the perfect, we made the Subway steak and cheese footlong just $6 for a limited time. We take lean steak, now triumphantly free of artificial preservatives and flavors, and we cover it with a heavenly blanket of cheese. Yes, cheese. Feeling spicy? Try it with Chipotle Southwest sauce. The Subway steak and cheese footlong, now just $6.
Why doesn't Verizon offer unlimited data like T-Mobile?
Is it because their LTE network was built 6 years ago?
6 years ago? That's like 100 in phone years.
Their LTE network is older, slower, and they limit you. Switch to T-Mobile, the newer, faster, and unlimited network. We cover 99% of the Americans Verizon covers. Get 4 lines, just $40 a month.
Yes.
They are beautiful islands where you can vacation or buy a passport. That's right, passports and citizenship for sale. A 60 Minutes investigation tonight.
New Monday. Start the new year out on the right foot.
You want breakfast?
Thinking about going for a run.
Okay.
I thought about it. I'm going to have breakfast.
New Kevin Can Wait, CBS Monday.
Final 2 minutes, all tied at 17. Colts with 17 unanswered points after falling into that 17-0 hole to begin. And unable to do anything, Salmon, with that possession on a 4th and 24, sending Pat McAfee onto the field. And this punt is blocked. Football is loose. It's recovered by Morris, and he flicks it back to McAfee. Live football, but they are able to bring him down. It was Dan Scuda on the block. Late flag comes in at the end of the play. What a turn of events, and what a special teams play by Scuda.
Scuda just beats Morrison. And there's no stunt, there's no twist. He just comes right off the ball and goes right by Morrison to block this punt. Watch him there, 44. Morrison just whiffs. Just want to give our producer Ryan Galvin credit because he said, watch the block. And I said, how'd you know that was going to happen? He said that in my ear before the snap of the ball.
Ryan looking into his crystal ball as you see another look at that incredible play by Scuda. And a big letdown by Pagano and his special teams here with $1:50 left. And this game's still hanging in the balance.
Oh, this has been a good, complete team effort by these Jaguars. We know they scored on their first 2 possessions of the game offensively. The defense has played lights out. And now the special teams makes the play, despite Myers missing 2 field goals in this game that will allow them to lead this game easily. And now they get the block punt.
Just an incredibly long conference here. Now the groans could potentially be Salmon, maybe about the lateral at the end of the play.
Yeah, in terms of where to place the ball. Because if the lateral was illegal, then that's going to have to come back. And do they penalize them? And then where do they place the ball if the penalty is upheld?
First McAfee punt that has been blocked this season. 4th time it's happened in his career. Nothing that he could have done there as Scuda came in just about untouched. Well, whatever it is, you got to figure it out here at some point. Our referee, Clete Blakeman, just trying to get this right with 1:50 left. Both teams with all 3 timeouts left, and this one all tied at 17.
Well, Clete Blakeman and his group, they do a wonderful job of facilitating and managing a game. And I think it's good to have the conversation to get it right and understand the permutations of what could happen to give the coach the best information so they can make a good decision.
Just seems like this is a situation that none of these officials have been in before. Could be leading to some of the extended conversation here. We know that the communication between the on-field officials in New York, Dean Blandino and his crew, have been enhanced the last couple of years, and now these fans starting to boo. And Salmon, I can't blame them.
Yeah, sooner or later you got to get on with it. But what would you rather, an expeditious decision or the right decision? I mean, you'd like to have both, but if you had to choose one or the other, you know, we want it to be right.
Here's the situation. The punt was blocked. It was covered by the kicking team, and ultimately they threw a forward pass, which was incomplete. Therefore, the down counts. It'll be Jacksonville's ball from the previous spot, 1st and 10.
Okay, so it was about that pitch at the end of the play. They've got it all sorted out. And now an awfully short field, Salmon, for Bortles in this offense as they try to take advantage of a massive special teams play by Dan Scuda.
It certainly was. Doug Marone's got these guys playing.
He's put 1 minute 50 154 seconds on the game clock. 154.
There you go. See, all those things are procedural. You got to figure out where to place the ball, how much time is on the clock. Takes a little time, as long as you get it right.
Well, one thing, if you're Doug Marrone, you don't want to have to put it on your kicker here. You wonder where Myers is psychologically. Missed earlier from 30. Did miss the 54-yarder. Now, some conversation between Blakeman and Pagano. The previous spot, as Blakeman mentioned, was the 30-yard line. The football right now.
There was no penalty, and that's what they're saying. It was a legal forward pass, it's just that the pass was incomplete. And that's why there was no need to go over and give an explanation to the coaches who want one anyway. Now it looks like they're going to go take a look under the hood to verify their opinion.
Thank you for dining with us. Hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much.
Whoa. I got this. Just got to reach the check. Almost there.
I can't reach it.
If you have alligator arms, you avoid picking up the check.
What?
That's what you do.
I got this. Thanks, Dennis.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Oh, that is good crispy duck.
It's that time of year again, when you realize you still didn't get quite what you wanted. That's why Verizon has the best deals of the year on the best network. Like a Samsung Galaxy S7 and Tab S2 for only $17 per month. And as if you needed another reason, switch to Verizon now and get up to $650 to cover your costs. Hurry in and get these deals on New Year's Day only. There's still time to get exactly what you want at Verizon.
Here it is. Hey, Dad.
Wishes do come true. The Lincoln Wishlist sales event is on. Get exceptional offers on the Lincoln family of luxury vehicles. The final days of the Lincoln Wishlist sales event are here. Get a new 2017 Lincoln MKC with 0 down and a complimentary first month's payment.
Sunday, January 22nd, the series premiere of the new reality thriller, Hunted.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Garmin Fitness. Let's beat yesterday. And by Subway. Search for better.
What's that on your head?
There's a lot of Campbell in the spirit of things. Rest of our fabulous crew as this extra extended review situation continues. Officials just trying to figure out, Solomon, where to spot the football.
Remember, it was an incompleted pass. It's going to come to the 30-yard line. That's where the play began. Remember, he said it should go to the initial spot. Even though the punt was blocked, once that's almost like a fumble. Then you try to throw it forward. It was an incompleted pass.
The ruling of an incomplete forward pass in the previous play is confirmed. So it'll be Jacksonville's ball, 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line.
Well, that turns out to be about a 10-minute review process. They finally have it sorted out. They'll spot the football at the 30. And here we go. So the block of the McAfee punt gives the football to Bortles and his offense. Game tied at 17 and a minute 54 remaining.
If you're the coach, you've got to be able to, you've got 3 timeouts. Got to be able to use them when you come up with the stop.
Jags trying to get a 2nd straight win to end their season. And Indianapolis trying to get to 500 in this regular season finale. That's Corey Grant inside the 25, close to the 24, a pickup of 6. As Jason Myers awaits.
And Pagano uses one of those timeouts to stop the clock.
Well, Myers has had a shaky day. Missed from 30, a chip shot, and then the miss earlier in the quarter from 54.
Come back to haunt them. They could have a 6-point lead. They're all tied up at 17 apiece.
And Solomon, it's not only that he missed, it's the way that he missed. Just missed badly by a mile on that last kick.
Can't even blame it on the wind, can you?
No, you can't. Good spot, good hold. He just missed both. The run play call. This is Grant trying to tiptoe his way into some daylight. Good push by that Colts front. A pickup of only a yard, and now another timeout taken here by Indianapolis, and Chuck Pagano with $1:43 to play.
They used their second timeout, still have one in the hip pocket to force a 3rd and 3. And you got to give Jacksonville credit because they have been successful running the football. They're trying to run it. They know they have the field goal, at least maybe they think they do. With Myers, who've already missed on 2, as you have stated. But you have to give the Colts credit. They're trying to conserve some time and hope that they can get a stop, maybe force a turnover on this 3rd down play, and hope that Myers can't convert so closely to the field goal.
Third and 3. Grant won't get there. Well short. Zach Kerr making first contact for the Colts defense. Another timeout taken here, as Pagano and company will take their final timeout. 1:38 to play. And now what is going through the mind of Jason Myers, getting ready for what could be a go-ahead kick. Coming up next, the Raiders out to win the AFC West as they pay a visit to Denver to take on the Broncos, or some of you will see the Chiefs battle the Chargers. Check your local listings on CBS. Again, we told you about Myers' game last week. A couple of 50-yard makes, seemed to be flying high, but here he is after a couple of misses today. It'll be a 41-yard attempt to try to put the Jags in front.
And I believe both misses were wide right. So let's see if he can make the correction, but not overcorrect.
Dan Scuda with the block punt to give him a chance. Good snap, good hold. Myers is perfect. Showing some mental fortitude, and Jacksonville back in front.
Nerves of a cat burglar. They would right the ship and knock that one through, much to the delight of his quarterback, Blake Bortles. Oh no, this one, it would have been difficult for most who had missed the previous 2. But he was true, right down the middle. Look at him. He's got a little swagger after knocking it through.
Again, all made possible by the block punt by Dan Scuda. As Chuck Pagano looking on. His Colts now down 3 with 1:33 to play. Another look at the block punt by Scuda.
Scuda just comes right by 44 Morrison. Able to block it. And because of the bounce of the ball, it almost like it hit McAfee and kind of ricocheted, allowed them to recover it and throw it. I think Colts were fortunate that wasn't blocked and returned for a touchdown.
Here's Doug Marrone trying to get his second win as interim coach. Talked about how difficult it was to see his good friend and the man who brought him to Jacksonville, Gus Bradley, fired back on December the 18th. You see Adam Vinatieri trying to get that old right leg warmed up on the Indianapolis sideline. Just celebrated his 44th birthday this week on Wednesday, hoping to get a chance to tie this game. Here comes Andrew Luck. So many come from behind performances over the course of his 5-year career. Looking for some late game magic once again.
He's got no timeouts to work with. They had to burn them all just to conserve the 1:33 you see left on the clock. Thought they used the timeouts wisely, and now Luck has to work without any.
1:33 to play. You see how the no timeouts affect their play call here. They keep it over the middle of the field. That's caught. Tight end Jack Doyle. That clock running with 1:25 left, to pick up of 9.
This is, if you're Jacksonville, defend the sideline. You can let them catch it over the middle of the field, just not deep over the middle of the field.
Second and short, looking over the middle. That's caught. Chester Rogers inside Jacksonville territory. First down pickup of 18, but that clock is running fast.
I mean, you still want to play defense. You'd say just let them catch it. They've got to take a look at it to be sure that they caught it.
You see the football kind of ricocheted away. You saw him in the air, he was spotted, and that's a little bit of a break for the Colts as they have to stop the clock and get it reset.
He's got to maintain that catch, as I thought he did.
So first and 10, 56 seconds. Lucky man slinging it, and it's caught. They are marching right down the field. Dorsett, a pickup of 19 as they move the chains again.
That time, Tashawn Gibson ran himself right out of the coverage, opened up a huge window for Andrew Luck to drive that pass home.
So Luck with 3 quick completions right down the field.
Now see number 39, Tashawn Gibson. He vacated the area, allowed Philip Dorsett the opening deep down the middle of the field. Luck has been on fire. 3 for 3 on the drive.
Completions of 9, 18, and 19 yards. 2nd and 10. Underneath, it's caught. That's the running back, Robert Turbin, and he is inside the 15.
Now you either clock it, stop the clock. That's right.
And now a late flag in. You saw the late defender coming on. All kinds of confusion on that Jacksonville sideline.
Offside. Defense. Number 93. The 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That was Tyson Alu. And right now, if you're the Colts, Solomon, you're thinking maybe 6.
Oh, absolutely. They're trying to score. And how about Luck? He got up there real quick to clock it. But in the meantime, Tyson Alu was offsides. And so they're able to move even closer to the goal line. Ball at the 10-yard line.
Again, the other critical thing here, they can't stop the clock with a timeout to get the field goal unit onto the field. And that has to play a factor in their thinking. 1st and 5. That pass is caught. Inside the 5, it's Dorsett. No timeouts remaining, so that clock is ticking.
Got to clock it. Down the ball. There you go.
So 14 seconds left. It'll be a 2nd down coming up as we take another look.
I thought this ball was going to be thrown out to the boundary over there to Robert Turbin. Instead, it goes to Dorsett. He nearly gets it in. And the Jaguars defense has been good all day long. We talk about situational football. How about being able to play inside of 2 minutes against a hurry up, and they just allowed them, just let them catch the ball over the middle of the field every step and on just about every throw from Andrew Luck.
This play, the 7th play of the drive, they've covered 74 yards. 2nd and goal. Luck, end zone caught. Jeff Doyle for the Indianapolis touchdown. And the Colts taking the lead with 9 seconds left.
Spiro, we said that this is the demeanor and mentality of Andrew Luck. That the game could be as sloppy, the game could be played as poorly. He's had a couple of turnovers, some bad decisions. But when the game is on the line, it never gets away from him. And he just continues to hang in there and make plays. And take a look at this throw. The Doyle in between the defenders playing zone coverage. He sits down in between the zone. The laser from Luck. Game-winning touchdown.
Luck drives him 8 plays, 75 yards in 1 minute, 24 seconds. No timeouts at his disposal. Vinatieri's point after good, but this one will have to be potentially kicked again. Multiple flags fly. Jack Doyle, 5th touchdown catch of the season. Doyle, who has been one of the big surprise players this season in the NFL, coming out of nowhere for the Colts. Local kid, grew up about 15 minutes away here.
False start.
In Indy.
Offense number 76. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay the try.
It's Joe Wrights, and they will re-kick with Vinatieri.
You know, these extra points are important now. I mean, this is important. You can put the game in jeopardy if you can't convert here.
So Vinatieri will reset himself. Ball snap from the 20. There to be some pre-snap movement on the Jacksonville side as Vinatieri bangs it in perfectly to make it a 4-point game.
How about Chuck Pagano and these Indianapolis Colts? There was a lot that went wrong. Struggled to protect the quarterback. Andrew Luck hit, hurried, and harassed. Couple of turnovers. Looked like Malik Jackson and this defense from Jacksonville was in control. Now we're talking about Doug Marrone potentially remaining as the head coach, removing that interim tag, and then they give up this, what looks to be a game-winning drive by Andrew Luck. And Chuck Pagano is so proud of his quarterback, so proud of these young players on this football team, and Frank Gore, he's loving it. The Jaguars, wow, they've seen this before all too often.
Well, keep in mind that week 15, Jacksonville Solomon did have a kickoff return touchdown by Marquise Lee. So this one isn't over just yet.
You know, we talk about Blake Bortles, we talk about these Jaguars, how talented they are. Learning how to win in the NFL, priority number one.
Brian Walters, the man back deep. McAfee boots it away. Trying to put this one through the back of the end zone. Walters will take a knee to give Bortles a shot, as they'll have it from their own 25.
This is like Hail Mary territory. I mean, that's what you got. 9 seconds doesn't leave you a whole lot. I remember Aaron Rodgers in his last year on the Thursday night game. He converts 2 Hail Mary plays for the game winner. I don't know that I had ever saw that happen before in all the years of watching NFL football, but you've got to take a chance. This is a Hail Mary play.
I saw Robert Mathis. Final 9 seconds potentially of his NFL career. Bortles stepping right, trying to give himself a chance. Mathis giving chase, finds Lee over the middle, and that will do it. The Indianapolis Colts, who trailed 17-0 with a 24-20 come from behind win to end their regular season. And what an ending for Robert Mathis. Solomon, this was fun, brother.
It's been great. I've had a lot of fun working with you, partner.
For Solomon, rest of our CBS crew, Spiro Ditas, saying so long from Indy as we send you to James Brown in New York.
All right, Spiro, thank you so very much. As you indicated, Indy improved to a mark of 8-8 to end the season. Jacksonville drops to 3-13. We take you now to an overtime affair. Cleveland at Pittsburgh, all knotted at 21, 11, 12, and counting. In overtime, let's join the announcers there, Kevin Harlan and Rich Gannon.
For Isaiah Crowell.
Robert Griffin III, 26 of 34, throwing the ball. 1st and 10. That's a wobbly throw, and a flag is thrown, and
blew that one dead early.
Before the snap, false start, offense number 11, 5-yard penalty, 1st down.
On Pryor. And it was Hugh Jackson that really ushered in Pryor's conversion and, you know, really talked him into becoming a wide receiver and leaving that quarterback dream.
What's a bit of a leap of faith for a guy that's never really done it, Kevin. You think about the success that Pryor had at Ohio State, even with the Oakland Raiders.
Yes.
He won some football games as a quarterback for the Raiders, and not an easy adjustment to make at this level.
1st down and 15 with that penalty. Draw play, Crowell. Grabbed by McCullers and picks up 2, and he carves his way down to the 25-yard line. Miami losing today in New England, so Miami will come to Pittsburgh and play next weekend in the wild card round. 1st round of the playoffs. New England is your number 1 seed off the 1st week. Get the rest in the bye. 2nd down, 13.
Comes the blitz.
Thomas a block at the left tackle. Nice catch. It's Corey Coleman with the grab, coverage by Cockrell. And he's got the ball down to the 14-yard line of the Pittsburgh Steelers, shy of a first, a pickup of 11.
Some nice pickup by this Cleveland offensive line, and gave Griffin plenty of time to set his feet and make a good, accurate throw down the field to Corey Coleman.
3rd down and a couple. Overtime in Pittsburgh. 3rd and 2. Outside they go once again. There's a flag going for Coleman. Ross Cockrell, who is the right cornerback, is saying he was shoved.
I'll call that on Cockrell.
Holding. Defense number 31. 5-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Just watch him at the bottom of your screen. He's got the jersey of Coleman.
Rich, we just mentioned that Miami's going to come here next week. What are your thoughts on that matchup in the first weekend of the playoffs for the Steelers and Coach Mike Tomlin?
Well, they're going to get a chance to play against a quarterback, Kevin, that doesn't have a lot of experience in the postseason, and Matt Moore. And, you know, they know what happened the last time they played him. They didn't stop the run. They didn't have an answer for Jay Ajayi, and that's what they've got to be able to do. They've got to be able to make the corrections. But, you know, I think not having Ben Roethlisberger really for the second half. He played the entire second half operating out of the shotgun with a bad banged up knee. They fell behind, and they didn't play complementary football. They weren't really sound in any of the three phases of the game. And I just think these are two different teams. You got to give Adam Gase a lot of credit. The Dolphins were able to win 10 games this year, and you look at the Pittsburgh Steelers, maybe one of the hottest teams in football. They've won 6 straight games, and they've done it by playing great on offense and getting after the passer on defense.
How about this for the Steelers? They've won 6 consecutive games after losing 4 in a row. This franchise began back in 1933. It's the only time in the history of the franchise that has ever happened. Losing 4 and winning 6 in the same season. 11th play of the drive. It's 1st and goal at the 9. Crowell. Stuffed right there. McCullers. Jarvis Jones. No gain on the play, and you just saw that the Browns have had 2 red zone turnovers today. Hugh Jackson going with a rookie free agent, first-time starter in Anthony Fabiano from Harvard. 2nd down and goal at the 9. Up the middle they come, and he throws it away. The pressure was applied by Lawrence Timmons. 3rd and goal.
Well, they turned Timmons loose. I mean, Griffin has nothing to do there but to throw the football away. Now he's asking for a penalty. That was a good hit